Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. In this video I am going to explain you about the use effect and how we are going to use the use effect in our projects. I just open a empty react.js file. Inside this file you can see inside this folder directory you can see I only have these few of the files, and let us try to understand how we are using use effect in our project. Let's create a layout. For inside a div I have a button tag, and inside this button I have an h2 tag, and inside this h2 tag I have one more button. The first button is, then if you watch my previous video I am also using the same example, so if you already watched you just write it by yourself. Let us create a let us use a use state and initialize this value to a 0, and inside this h2 I am using data. So use state is not defined, sorry, use state. So yeah, so you can see if I change the value 1, suppose value 2, so it also going to change 2, and so it works fine. Let us add two more functions such that when the user click on increment, it increase the value, handle increment, and handle decrement. So yeah, now let's see whether it's work or not. If I click on this increment, it increase the data. If I click on decrement, it also increase because of no. If I click on decrement, it decreases the data. So let us try to understand how we can use the use effect inside this our small app. So now let us suppose I want to run a function whenever the value of this data going to be changed. So we can do this, we can do that thing by using the use effect like this. Suppose this is the syntax, and so I want I want whenever the value is going to be changed, I just want to reminder like now let us console this thing, data is changed. So now let us see, whenever we click on this increment you can see we trigger these things is printing in the console. That's this is how you can do these things via use effect. And let me show you one more thing. And suppose we have one more div, okay, and let us wrap up with a parent element. Now for the next for the second one we are going to use the different use state like data 2, set data 2 use state, inside the value is 0. Okay, let us initialize both with 0, and here is data 2 for handle increment 2 and handle decrement 2. So yeah, so now if I click on this increment, it increases the value of this value of this data, and if I click on this it will increase the other user state, other variables value. So now what I want to like whenever we click on any of this state, you can see it prints the data, it prints in the console data is changed. So because whenever we update the state, it renders the whole component. That's why whenever it render, it also going to call this use effect. It also visit inside this use effect. So suppose I want, like, when I only want to update the value whenever my whenever I update the first value. Okay, so we can do that thing like this, use effect, and we have one more parameter which we are passing, which is in dependency array. And inside this dependency array, if I pass the value data, and now we check, data is changed, not data, first data is changed. Okay, so you can see, if I increase the first one, it prints the first data is changed. If I increment the second values, then it not going to update the in the console, because it only trigger when the value of the first data is going to be changed. So if I also write here data 2, then for this case it's an array, you can pass it by using the comma operator. You can pass other variables as well by using the comma. And now if I click on this increment, you see first data is changed. If I click on this button as well, it also update the value. So this is how we are using the use effect. And one more thing, now suppose I want to render a function which only runs the first time, like only one time. Okay, so we can also write like this, and for that case we are just passing the empty array, so it only renders the first time. Let us write console.log, I am only render first time, I am only render one time. So now if I increment the value, you can see we are not going the print this value in the console, because it only render the first time whenever we refresh the page. So you can see how we are going to use the use effect in different scenarios. So let me write the comment. This use effect, uh, this will run uh, whenever our component will render. This will run whenever value is going to be changed. This will run whenever this will run only one time. So this way we are using the use effect. So let us create one more example, so that it will going to be the more clear to you. And this example is basically we are creating a let me show you. We are creating an input tag, and input tag plus, and a button as well. And inside this button we set the change color, and let us create a state, color, set color. Initially we set the color to the white, and background color to set the value. Color. Okay, so if I let us check. Yeah, so now initially we set the color to the white. When the user suppose write the color to the black, it will change the color black. And if the user write red, it will change the background color to the red. So let us try to create this app, and so there is no need to use this button. We can easily do this thing on change. Set color e dot target dot value. Okay, and set value to color. And now a component is changing. Let us remove this warning, don't worry about that. Now if I create the clear if I wrote the color red, you can see the color is going to be changed. And if I color to blue, it blue, black. So it's so you can see this how we can do this. And one more thing, you can also write you can also use effect whenever the value is going to be changed. When the value of this color is changed, we can just print the value of color to the console, or you can apply other functions as well. So if I change the value, you can see the value is going to be changed. If I set red, you can see the red. And so these are the basic things such that if, you can use to create an app. So it is so I hope you get some idea about the use effect, how it works, and how we can use this in our day in our app. So if you enjoy this video, please make sure you leave a like, and you have any query, then please make sure comment. And thank you so much.